Shalom. I want to start giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Akim across the earth doing this work in sincerity and the truth. And Shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home to do the best to please Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So this is a picture that I took from last week teachings. This devil was taking pictures from us, and you see the hand of the brother confronting him with it, and he came close and he took another pictures, and he didn't want to admit that the thing that he did was not normal. Normally you ask someone if it's okay to take a picture, and of course we are a spectacle unto him. The scriptures also speaks about that. Of course, we're standing there in our garments. So, and since I think it's already a month, longer than a month, maybe it's almost 2 months, something like that. We're standing in Utrecht, which is like in the center of Holland, and we're standing there at the central station, and there you also have a big mall going on. So that's really, and basically all the trains get there from Holland. A lot of people need to switch trains and all that, and people like to chill there, so it's we standing there in front of the central station, and at our back we got a shopping mall. So a lot of people passing by, and a lot of people like to take pictures, and it happened before, but still when we spoke with other people, then they admit like, yeah, okay, I should have asked this and that, and of course if somebody asks, can I take a picture, you just let them, of course. Do we like it? No, for me personally, no, I don't really like it, but yeah, it's what it is. It's also a thing. It can also work to spread the truth. If people, let's say if people put the picture in, how you call that, post it on Instagram or whatever, somebody might be awakened, like the scripture said, my sheep shall hear my voice. So, it's all Yahweh Ratazah, Lord's will, Lord willing. But yeah, this devil tried to play games, he didn't want to admit that it was not normal for him to just take picture, because he even came close, took a picture, and he was acting proud. And that's what they do, they see Jake, so-called black man with the Bible in the hand, we always say Jake, short for Jacob descendants, So they see us standing with the Bibles in the hand and a garment on, so they think they can pull a joke, And the same day also came an Edomite who wanted to put a sticker on the garment of one of the brothers, and he was like, yo, what you doing? Why don't you put that sticker on yourself? They had something like a bachelor party going on. He's like, yeah, it's funny, But yeah, that's what they are. They're a bunch of cave monkeys, They're out of manner, and, it's also a training, to stay in the spirit, don't get carnal. Meanwhile, they provoking you to get carnal, and that's what the Edomites always do. I was born here in Holland. So as a child, I already seen, they have a big mouth, they provoking you, and as soon as you strike, then you're the boogeyman, But they do anything to get under your skin, basically, But yeah, it's all part of the things that we got to get through, and eventually, we are gonna get our revenge. The scriptures are very clear. Matter of fact, let me jump real quick to the book of Romans. Because yeah. And the scriptures also talk about in your possession, in your patience, possessing your soul, So it's very important, and this is a spiritual warfare where we are in right now. But the time of I said it, to get carnal with these devils, is at hand. When Yahushua is gonna come back, we're gonna receive that new body, Yahweh Ratazah, be part of that number, the hopeful elect. So, hey, then it's going to be beautiful, man. Every idle word, like the book of Matthew said, chapter 12 and 36, for every idle word man shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So, when it's time to pay, they're going to pay for everything, every thought, everything that they tried, every offense that they make, they're going to get it, man. They're going to pay for it, and they're going to understand that they're going to pay for it, man. So, let me see. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, said the Lord. So, for now, it's just to remain calm. And the reason that I wanted to do this video, I had this devil here, last week I did a video in my during the teachings. I also speak about it, and I had a little lyrics, little text that I read. So basically, it was a video. I made a video about lynching, and had a picture there. And then they want to go, they want to go against it. They try to hide it. But you got that book, Without Sanctuary, and it's a very good book. That shows you all the postcards, because that's what they are. You got these pictures of lynchings going on, and it's postcards. It's postcards. That's what it is. And I had this picture up. Let me see, grab the book for a moment. Let me see if I can find that picture again. Then I also have the lyrics, because there was a small boy, I believe he was 9 years old, and he had something to say about, he went to a lynching, because back in the days, it was a big festivity, festivity. Yeah, English is not my primary language, so forgive me for sometime butchering it. Brothers also make fun of me. They even call it my own language, the way that I speak English. Sometimes I just literally translate the word from the Dutch to the English, because I don't know exactly what the word is. Let me see if I, bear with me one moment. Is it this one? Or was it in the beginning? Yeah, I see the picture here. Oh yeah, I think the lyrics was more in the beginning. Because there was a word from a young Edomite. Yes. I just got it here. So this is what the little child said, and they, of course, YouTube removed the video. They said, it pushed to hate and this and that, blah blah blah. Of course, history. They don't wanna be confronted with the shit that they've been doing, But they gotta realize they're gonna pay for it, They're gonna pay for it. You can hide whatever, try to hide it, whatever, however, how you want, but you're still gonna pay for it, man. So. Because it was like a big festivity, and everybody need to take. They want everybody to take part, So let me see. Let me start right here. So this is on page number 13, and I stay. I'm start at the bottom. The last part. Newspapers, and I read till page 14. Newspaper on a number of occasions announced in advance the time and place of a lynching. Special excursion trains transported spectators to the scene. So it was like a big thing. Everybody used to come and be like, oh, it's going to be a lynching, They all want to attempt and watch it. Employers sometimes released their workers to attend. Parents sent notes to school asking teachers to excuse their children for the event. So, there's a lynching going on. Can they please skip school for a moment? So yeah, people take the rest for the day off. Because there's going to be a lynching. And entire families attended. The children hoisted on the parents' shoulders to miss none of the action. So, and you already know how horrible these things were that were going on. So children were put on the shoulders of the parents, so they would see every little thing that they were doing to the Jacob descendants, to miss none of the action and accompanying festivities. So they had parties going on. Meanwhile, returning from one such occasion, a 9-year-old white youth, so a little boy, a little devil of 9-year-old, a 9-year-old white youth remained unsatisfied. I have seen a man hanged, he told his mother. Now I wish I could see one burned. So, you see that? That's the spirit. And that's in the spirit. So that shows you that these are a bunch of devils. They can help it. The Most High have created them to be wicked, man. Matter of fact, let me jump to the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spot? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So that already shows you. An Ethiopian, he cannot change his skin color by thought. The leopard is known by his spot, so that already shows you. The Most High have created these so-called white people, the Edomites, to be wicked, to be evil. It started with Cain. Cain slew Abel. Then the Most High put the mark on him. That's when he lost his pigment. And then he was like, oh, everybody gonna see me. Because back then, everybody had color. Different shade of brown, And I'm gonna read about it in the book of Genesis also, when Esau was born. Because Esau was described. Jacob was not described because there was nothing strange about Jacob. And these things still happen to this day. You still have so-called black people having white children, I believe there was a couple from Nigeria in England years ago that also had it, and there are many occasions of that, Let me see, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Yeah. The brother was talking to him and he was like, yeah, all turning around. Didn't want to say like, yeah, okay, I could have asked, talking about, yeah, just quickly, I see you standing there and this and that, just quickly, my wife is waiting for me, this and that. And, try to twitch and turn. And then he was like, yeah, y'all remind me of the Temptations and this and that, try to slither his way, like the scripture said, his words are smoother than butter, try to, suck up a little bit, this and that. But that's the bad luck that this devil got. We know who they are, and if you know who they are, you don't fall for the tricks, Yaratazah. Let me go to the book of Genesis, and let me see. So Rebecca couldn't receive, I'm just gonna read it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife because she was barren, so she didn't receive. And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, so she was pregnant of twins, and they were fighting in the womb. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? So she was like, okay, why do I feel like this? It's supposed to be a happy thing that I conceive, right? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. So she went, to a priest, basically, and asked what's up. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. So the Most High already made it clear right there. There's 2 nations in your belly. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So basically from the moment of birth, they're going to be separated. This whole unity thing, it ain't supposed to be like this. That's why you keep clashing with these heathens, And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. So back in those days, they had these hairy garments and they used to dye them red. So they described that the first baby that came out was red. And they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. So you see that they didn't describe Jacob. So that already shows you that Jacob had a normal brown color. Esau came so-called red, you could see his vein to his skin. That's what you see with the so-called white people. If you see them, you see this dude here, you see he has no pigment, Real cave monkey, look at him. So yeah, and Jacob had the heel of Esau, and that's represent the time that we are in. Esau's going down, and we, Jacob descendant, the so-called Negros, Latinos, and the so-called Indianos, we getting ready to take over. To Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is gonna send Yahweh Shai, and he's gonna take all these rulerships down, man. So, and Esau went to many shit. Let me read about the part. That also shows you why they hate us so much, because it goes all the way back to the book of Genesis. So here I'm gonna explain about how you say that, about he first selling his birthright. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 29. And Jacob sought pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. So Esau went out hunting, and he was hungry. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint." So Jacob was cooking, but the food wasn't ready yet. That's also why you see them always love to eat that raw meat. Slightly burned on the sides, and the blood still pouring out from it. And the scriptures are clear. We ain't supposed to eat the blood, because the blood is the life thereof. So and Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint." Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." So if you want to eat, give me your birthright. And Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die." And that's, one shall be stronger than the other. If these Edomites, these so-called white people, these devils, if they would go just to a slightly of the things that we are going through, they would already jump from the highest building, or of in front of a train, or whatever. Basically, the point is they would end themselves. And Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me?" And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he swore to him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way, because Esau despised his birthright. So he just gave it away for food. One shall be stronger than the other. Can make this up, man. And this is, I'm gonna read the part, Jacob basically, of course, everything is Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing. Then this is Mosai plan already. But Jacob, he supplanted. That's also what his name means. Supplanter. He supplanted Isaac, acting like he was Esau. Put some lambskin. I believe it was lambskin on his arm, or from sheep. Because Esau was. That's what you see with the Edomites. A lot of them, they got a lot of hair on their body, and there was the same case with Esau. So he pretended like he was Esau, because Isaac was old and couldn't see good, and he pretended like he was Esau. So he received the blessing of the firstborn, And if you look, believe is also described in the book of Deuteronomy, if I'm correct, that the firstborn will get the bigger portion of everything, So he basically supplanted Isaac, and when Esau came, he found out that Jacob already took his blessing, so there was no blessing for him. So let me see. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, and verse. Let me see. Verse. Let me start verse 35. No. Yeah, because let me first start at verse 30. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made the end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. Yeah, because Esau went out hunting, so he came back, and he also had made savour a meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, "Let my father arise and eat of his son venison." So he had some wild meat, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, where is he that had taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great, exceedingly bitter cry, No! And said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. So Esau was crying, like a little piece of shit that he is, And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing. So Jacob took the blessing from Esau, and he said, Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he had supplanted me. Like I said, Jacob means supplanter. For he had supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, but that's something that he just gave it away. And behold, now he had taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? So he was begging his father, like, do you got a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept, so he started crying again. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. And that's why you see them. They have, the beautiful results, the gated communities everywhere, in all the countries, So they got all the fine places, So behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So they basically own everything. And by their sword shall thou live. And that's why you see them. They got great military. They love to always, I said it, occupied by weaponry. They love it, And that's their blessing. And by their sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So because Esau was in rulership first, and his rulership is coming to the end. Remember, we were in slavery, and I just went into the lynchings and all these things, segregations that were going on. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So that already shows you that the hatred goes back, all the way to Genesis. And like I said, this devil is created to be evil, man. And the sword is his blessing. And this is the book of Psalms, chapter 17 and verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. That already shows you it's talking about the so-called white people. For man, which art thy hand, O Yahweh, for men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. Like I said, they got all the fine stuff. They are full of children, and leave the rest of the substance to their babes. So yeah, there you have it. And let me see if I got maybe I don't know if I read this one, because I was reading the text, from that that little boy from 9 years old, that really wanted to see a man burning, because he had seen a lynching, but he wanted to see Jake burning. And this is what the scripture also describes to you, that they are wicked, they are wicked. And from, like I said, I already saw it since I was a child, This is the book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So, like I said, they're created to be wicked, man. So, you shouldn't be surprised if you go to shit with them, they are created to be like this, But, it's just for a little season, and that time is, it's about to end, You always got to compare this with this, like this. They've been ruling for a certain time, let's say they in rulership for 1,000 years. When Yahushua is gonna come back, You know, the children of Israel, we're going to be above them forever. The kingdom of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, the kingdom of Yasharallah is going to be forever. So there's nothing in comparison for, it doesn't matter how many years, you know. You can't compare that with forever, you know. So this is the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Yeah, and if you compare that with forever, it's just a moment, you know. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, you know, he got the space stations going on, big buildings, everything, satellites, you know, all these things. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Yeah, because eventually, thus said the Bible, when this kingdom was going down, all these heathens are going into captivity for 1,000 years. These heathens going to get their countries back, but the so-called white people, the Edomites, they're going to be exterminated, man. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So yeah, that's his future, man. So yeah, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Waharuka Kudash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching the scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all your Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.